I've come to meet Jeff, who runs a not-for-profit organisation producing medicinal cannabis oils. He doesn't care that THC is illegal because he believes using this and CBD together is more effective for treating cancer.
Jeff! Mr. Kyle!
Good to meet you.
And you, sir.
And his biggest customers? Terminally ill children.
What do you see yourself as?
I'm just a person who's trying to help people who ask me for help.
No, I get that, but how can you be absolutely sure that your product is safe?
We're providing cannabis oil to the parents of terminally ill kids. So I want to make sure that the oil we provide is of the highest quality.
Yeah, but how do you do that? Do you grow it yourself?
Exactly.
Do you have a network? What do you do?
We do not use any pesticides. We grow organically. We make our own extractions. We have them tested in a lab.
But you've no qualifications. You're not a doctor or a scientist. You're playing God with people's lives. That's the truth, isn't it?
No, not at all. People are contacting me because of my medical cannabis knowledge. I've lectured at the Royal College of GPs to doctors about medical cannabis. I've lectured at John Moores University.
That's all well and good. But the truth is you're a mobile drug dealer driving around this country giving stuff that's unlicensed and illegal.
What's their alternative? They have no alternative. Some of them have resorted to buying weed off the streets.
As a father myself, I'm not sure making these oils illegally is the right thing to do, but I've agreed to meet one of Jeff's customers.
What you'll find interesting, Jeremy, is this mother we're going to see. She has an interesting job. She's actually a police officer.
She's what?
A police officer.
A police officer?
Yes.
Coming up after the break, I'm back out with Gloucestershire Police Force on a cannabis raid.
Might as well. Let's go. Yeah, just one.
Somebody got out.
And I'm forced to give chase when the target makes a run for it.
He's got to be in these roads, the back of these houses.
Earlier in the show, Gloucestershire Police took me on a cannabis raid.
Premises secure, subject detained.
And I heard from a family who paid the ultimate price when their son started smoking skunk.
I overheard some doctor, he just said, another skunk casualty.
Coming up later, it's the second half of the cannabis crackdown, and I'm shocked at what the police find.
Oh, morning. Don't look at that.
But now I'm on the road with Jeff as he makes a medicinal but illegal cannabis oil delivery.
We're going to see the mother of a young child who has multiple tumours, basically dying. And this mother is giving her son cannabis oil.
Jeff's client is a serving police officer, so I've agreed to conceal her identity and disguise her voice.
Hi, come in.
Thank you. What treatments did he have on the NHS?
Surgery and radiotherapy.
And after that treatment, you start researching and you discover cannabis oil on the internet.
That's right. I just knew I couldn't sit there and watch him die. So I started rubbing it in on the roof of his mouth each evening. I was worried, not that it would make him worse, because I spoke to several people that it had helped and cured, but I was just worried that it would interact maybe with other medicines. But within days, I just saw an improvement straight away.
Did you tell the medical people that you were doing this on the side?
No.
She didn't tell her husband either until their son started improving. And then, even though these drugs were illegal, they carried on using them.
What does the future hold for your son?
He's doing really well. Scans are showing shrinkage of the tumour.
You must have dealt with cannabis at work. Have you actually arrested people for possession?
I have.
Could you be called hypocritical?
Yes. But it shouldn't be illegal.
Would you go to jail?
Yes. I knew I was faced with that when I started administering it to him. I would rather my son be illegally alive than legally dead.
Do you know the most shocking thing about that for me? You got a mum, serving police officer, going into a hospital, giving cannabis oil that's illegal to her son. He's got terminal cancer. Her husband doesn't know. The authorities don't know. You have got to be pretty desperate to do that, which gets me thinking, would I do that if my kid was in that position? Absolutely right, I would.
If she was caught, this mother could be prosecuted, and Jeff has already been arrested 12 times for making these oils. But Jeff thinks that decriminalisation isn't enough, and only full legalisation and official regulation will make it safe for recreational users and those taking it as a medicine. He claims that prohibition actually does more harm than good.
We're seeing kids losing likely future prospects work-wise because they've got a conviction for a joint, for God's sake. So let's legalise cannabis, regulate it so that when consumers go into a regulated outlet, like they do when they go into a pub, they know that all the choices of weed they have, everyone's been tested, it's been grown organically, and it'll be labelled. That's the important thing. Imagine going into a pub and all the bottles of alcohol, there's no ABV on it. You wouldn't know whether you're drinking whiskey or you're having a shandy. In a regulated market with the 5,000 varieties of cannabis, we can offer the consumer a choice and educate them. And they're not playing Russian roulette like they would be under prohibition of alcohol.